Hello everybody, my name is 711 and welcome to another series of Monotype Battles. So today I have a Monotype team, and the first Pokemon I think of to start off this team recap real quick is Galvantula. So a lot of times people see Galvantula and they say, oh, Sticky Web. Well, then I slap on a Mental Herb, and what that does is that I can't be taunted. So they can go ahead and taunt, doesn't matter, I'll set up a Sticky Web either way. And I also have Bug Buzz, Thunder, and Energy Ball. Next, I needed a Pokemon to get rid of Stealth Rock, because Stealth Rock is really harmful to bug types. So I have a Scizor, a defensive Scizor with Bullet Punch, Defog, Bug Bite, and Roost. That just seemed to be good because I needed a defensive Pokemon, and Scizor is really defensive. Next I have one of my favorite Megas, Mega Beedrill, with Protect, U-Turn, Poison Jab, and Knockoff with Jolly Nature, and yeah, just a standard Mega Beedrill, because Mega Beedrill can really put in the work, and I have a lot of fun using Mega Beedrill, and that's just what I'm going to do. No Mega Pinsir, anything like that. So next I have a Yanmega with Life Orb, and it's rocking Protect, Bug Buzz, Air Slash, and Giga Drain with the speed boost. So that's really going to help out a lot, because then Yanmega will be literally the fastest thing on the field. And so next is Volcarona with the Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz, Fiery Dance, and Will-O-Wisp with a Focus Sash. I'm saving that Focus Sash just in case something sets up against me. And then finally I have a Choice Scarf Heracross with a lot of offensive moves. So I have 3 battles, and so here we are about to go into our first battle. Alright, so in our first battle, we see here, I made this team, and I jumped into the first battle, and it's a Mono Dark type team. So, okay, let's have some fun with some Bug on Dark. So if you look at this team, we have 2 resistances to Earthquake. We have really nothing that wants to take a Bug Buzz. Everything has Stab Bug. The Hoop Unbound could possibly give us some problems. That's likely to be a Scarf Crocodile, maybe a Mega Tyranitar. So I was fairly confident in going into this match. I noticed that there's no way for them to get rid of hazards except for maybe Defog on the Honchkrow. So I set up Sticky Web right away. Galvantula goes down right away. And so I send in Volcarona to possibly take a Flamethrower, and I go for the Quiver Dance on the switch, predicting a switch. And then I decide, you know what, let's burn this Honchkrow. If he goes for Brave Bird, then that's a Brave Bird that's burned. If he wants to go Sucker Punch, then he'll fail on the Will-O-Wisp turn. So I thought that overall that was the best play. And that looks like that's a Scarfed Honchkrow because he outsped Volcarona. So I go for a Protect there just to get a little bit of a speed boost and a little bit of chip damage from Burn. Air Slash takes out the Honchkrow. Nice and easy. So we have some ground to pick up because Volcarona didn't do all that much. Bug Buzz knocks out the Hydreigon. I thought it was going to do maybe 75%, but it actually just straight up knocked it out. Alright, Yanmega. And so it is a Mega Tyranitar, lowered speed. I go for Giga Drain here. I guess now that I look at it, it probably would have been better if I went for a Bug Buzz, and here's why. Bug Buzz would have done a little more damage, and that would have been a dead Tyranitar right then and there. And Scizor would still be around to put in a lot more work than it ended up doing. Scizor was able to take out the Mega Tyranitar, but then once Crocodile hit the field, it went for Fire Fang, and that is a dead Scizor. So like I said, that was a Moxie Choice Scarf Crocodile like I anticipated. So I just go for Scarfed Heracross here. Close combat takes that out. In comes Hoopa with the attack boost that easily knocks out the Hoopa. And all that's left is the Umbreon, which is just going to decimate this Umbreon. So that was a closer match than it looks, because I only had one Pokemon left, and a foul play would have easily destroyed the Mega Beedrill. So that was a fun battle, and I have 2 more battles with this this Mono Bug type team. Okay, so here we have Mono Electric. So first thing I look at, I see two resistances to ground in the Rotom Mow and the Electros. I see the Stunfisk, which is weak to grass, but with the what do you call that thing? A Zebstrika, then that can eat up grass type moves of Sap Sipper. We both have Galvantula. I probably would have used a Rotom Wash instead of Rotom Mow, but this is a pretty solid team. It has some bulk to it, has some speed to it. I think that this is a pretty good matchup right here, so I start off with Galvantula again as he goes for Stealth Rock. And I just go for Energy Ball for damage, while Stunfisk goes for the Toxic, and I get a critical hit Energy Ball, which the crit definitely mattered. So that was really good for me. And now there are 2 Galvantulas on the field. One's a little slower, and I get a second critical hit, which is pretty lucky for me. Really, really lucky for me. So a Bug Buzz takes out the Galvantula, and my Galvantula has knocked out a third of their team. So it is a Mega Ampharos, like I suspected. I go for the Bug Buzz, and there's the Dragon Pulse to end Galvantula. So I really don't like these rocks on the field because of Yanmega and the Volcarona. So I said, you know what, let's just get rid of all the hazards. I have ways of outspeeding the Zebstrika, so I wasn't too upset about that. So I get the Choice Specs, and the Bug Bite just decimates this Rotom. So that was pretty good. And Electros easily takes out the Scizor. So I know that I'm faster than an Electros, so I don't go for the Protect on the first turn, and I go into Volcarona to eat up another Flamethrower. So I go for the Quiver Dance on the first turn, knowing I could live a hit unless it was a crit. And so that was able to be good. And another Fiery Dance there. Takes out Zebstrika. I get a special attack boost. I didn't want this battle to be over quite so quickly, so I went for a Will-O-Wisp. And then here's a Yanmega here just to do some damage. And then there's a Thunderbolt to take out the Yanmega. And both of my last the last 2 Pokemon outspeed, and I'm able to win. I'd say that my opponent did a misplay in letting the Stunfisk go down really early. He should have switched into Zebstrika to get an attack boost, and then life would have been a lot better for them. But either way, that was a pretty good battle. It was a 2-0. It's pretty much my favorite the whole time. So now here is our 3rd battle. It is also Mono Electric. But in my opinion, this team was a little bit better than the last Mono Electric team that we saw. So there you have it. We have a pretty solid team. Once again, we have the Stunfisk and the Zebstrika for that grass, and then Stunfisk is also weak to water and ice, which the Rotom would be able to just suck up easily and then retaliate with like a Hydro Pump or a Volt Switch or a Will-O-Wisp, You know, something to that nature. We can see that this team is a little bulkier than before with Zapdos and the Rotom. It looks like a Mega Manectric to lower our attack. So, you know, that's just something to look around for. Unless Zapdos has Defog, there's no way of getting rid of the Sticky Web, which is nice. So the Manectric goes for the Intimidate here, and I go for the Protect as there's a Flamethrower. I go for a U-turn, that does some pretty solid damage as I go to Galvantula. I was expecting a Volt Switch, but no, he just went straight for a Flamethrower. So Poison Jab did a lot there, and I just U-turn on the Rotom. So Hydro Pump miss was pretty clutch. Will-O-Wisp, oh well. Scizor is supposed to be really defensive and bulky and such, so I'm glad that the Heracross wasn't burned. I'm glad that the Mega Beedrill wasn't burned. So Yanmega just going to town here with the Stunfisk. He goes for a Protect on the Giga Drain, and he sees that I just want to keep going for Giga Drain, and so he switches in the Substrika, which is a really great play for him. I go for the Protect here on the Flame Charge, and here is why. Now I am at 30%, and the Bug Buzz was boosted by Swarm. That's why I did that, so that Bug type moves would be even stronger. Didn't think it would be sashed. Oh well, it did work. It did work, and it worked out because Scizor was able to Revenge Kill. So there's a Bug Bite, and the rocks are here to stay. So this is going to be a bit annoying. So the Beedrill goes for Poison Jab, knocks that out. I go for a U-turn here, and Volcarona is able to hit the field just to get destroyed by an Ancient Power. No boosts. So back in comes the Beedrill. I go for Poison Jab, and it is able to take out the Zapdos. And Poison Jab is not able to take out the Stunfisk. But I do land the Poison. Stunfisk, like, I guess he predicted a U-turn switch, or any kind of switch. Went for Toxic. I guess that was a pretty good play, but that was a really great battle. There were a lot of good plays, like the Substrika moving in. There's a good play about the Swarm boost with Yanmega. But I kind of liked this team. Whenever I was doing battles, these battles were just either they were forfeiting right away because like the first 2 or 3 turns were just really good for me, or I would get creamed by a mono flying team or a mono rock team. So I posted the videos that ended up being the closest, no matter who won. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed this team because, you know, there are a few Pokemon I liked using, like Galvantula and Scarfed Heracross and Mega Beedrill, one of my favorite Megas. So that's it for Mono Bug, and hopefully by next Sunday I'll have another Monotype team, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.